Elon Musk, the billionaire shaping the future, is also a father of 12, navigating a whirlwind family life filled with sibling rivalries, strict rules, and surprising tensions. Now his children are breaking their silence, revealing what it's really like to grow up with one of the world's most famous and demanding dads. What secrets are hidden behind the walls of Musk's extraordinary household? The Musk family tree. Most people know him as the billionaire genius behind Tesla, SpaceX, and a ton of other groundbreaking ventures. But his personal life is just as fascinating. Musk has a whopping 12 children with 3 different women. Yeah, 12. And his family story is filled with both joy and heartbreak, which reflects a side of him many people don't often see. Musk has been very vocal about his belief in the importance of large families. He's deeply concerned about what he calls the population collapse, a situation where birth rates decline so dramatically that humanity might face serious problems in the future. According to Musk, the world needs more people, and he's decided to contribute to solving that problem in his own, very Musk-like way. For him, having children isn't just a personal choice. It's part of his mission to ensure humanity thrives long-term. It's kind of like his space exploration dream, but on a much more personal level. Elon's journey into fatherhood began in 2002 with his first wife, Canadian author Justine Wilson. The couple welcomed their first child, Nevada Alexander Musk. Tragically, Nevada passed away at just 10 weeks old from sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS. It's heartbreaking to think about the pain they must have gone through, but Elon and Justine decided to keep growing their family. They turned to in vitro fertilization and had twins, Griffin and Xavier, in 2004. Then, in 2006, they welcomed triplets, Kai, Saxon, and Damien. That's 5 kids in just a few years. After Elon and Justine divorced in 2008, they continued co-parenting their children. Fast forward a few years, and Musk's family expanded even more. In 2020, Musk had his 7th child with musician Grimes, a son named Zayak. Yes, that's his actual name, though most people just call him X. Then, in December 2021, the couple welcomed a daughter, Exadark Cedar Ale Musk, who goes by the nickname Y. Around the same time, Elon also had twins, Strider and Azure, with Shivam Zealous, a high-ranking executive at his company, Neuralink. And as if that wasn't enough, last year, Musk and Grimes quietly welcomed a 3rd child together, a son named Technomechanicus, affectionately nicknamed Tau. Talk about a busy household. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Why on earth does Elon Musk have so many kids? Well, besides his belief in preventing population decline, Musk seems to genuinely enjoy the idea of a big family. He said that he wants his kids to grow up surrounded by siblings, and that he views his family as part of his larger mission for humanity. In a way, his approach to family mirrors his business strategy. It's ambitious, forward-thinking, and all about the long-term impact. He's even gone as far as setting up a family compound in Austin, Texas, where he and the mothers of his children can live close by, ensuring that the kids grow up together in a cohesive and supportive environment. But it's not just about numbers for Musk. He seems to have a very calculated approach to family planning. He's made it clear that he wants his children to be raised with certain values, including a strong sense of curiosity and a love for learning. Musk's kids are homeschooled in a way that's very different from traditional education, focusing on advanced technology and intellectual stimulation. This aligns perfectly with Musk's personality. He's not one to do things the conventional way. Despite his busy schedule running multiple companies, Musk has often said that he tries to be as present as possible for his children. He's been seen bringing them to public events and exposing them to the world of technology and innovation. But being Elon Musk's child isn't all about private jets and trips to Mars. There's also the challenge of growing up under the shadow of a father who's constantly in the public eye and has sky-high expectations. For example, Musk has made it clear that his children won't automatically inherit shares in his companies unless they prove they're capable of running them. In other words, being his kid doesn't come with a free ticket to the empire. The challenges of growing up Musk. Think of growing up in a household with 11 siblings. It sounds chaotic, doesn't it? Now throw in the fact that your dad is one of the most famous and richest men in the world, and you've got yourself a whole new level of complexity. That's life for Elon Musk's kids, where sibling rivalries, media pressure, and high expectations are just the tip of the iceberg. When you have that many kids under one roof, there's bound to be some drama. Think about it. Fights over toys, arguments about who gets the best seat at the table, and the constant struggle to carve out your own identity. In a regular household, that's pretty normal. But when your family lives in a multi-million-dollar compound and your dad is a tech billionaire, those everyday arguments probably take on a different edge. It's not just about who's hogging the remote. It's about finding your place in a family that's anything but ordinary. Musk's children might live a life of luxury, but that doesn't mean they're immune to the usual sibling conflicts. In fact, the stakes might even be higher. Imagine trying to stand out among so many brothers and sisters, each of whom is being groomed in their own way to think big and achieve greatness. Then there's the pressure of the spotlight. From the moment they're born, Musk's kids are under a microscope. The world is endlessly curious about them, what they're like, how they're raised, and even what their names mean. I mean, just look at the headlines when XAE-A6C, nicknamed Ecstasy, was born. His name alone sparked endless debates and memes online. And it's not just about their names. Every move these kids make seems to grab media attention. Growing up in the public eye can't be easy, especially when people expect you to follow in the footsteps of a father as influential as Elon Musk. The pressure to live up to their dad's legacy must be enormous. Elon Musk isn't just any dad. He's a global icon, a visionary who's shaping the future with electric cars, space exploration, and artificial intelligence. His children are constantly surrounded by innovation, technology, and ambition. While that's exciting, it also sets an incredibly high bar. It's not just about being a normal kid anymore. It's about proving you belong in the world your father is building. And let's face it, the media isn't exactly forgiving. If any of Musk's children stumble or decide to take a different path, they risk being scrutinized or labeled as not living up to expectations. That kind of pressure would be tough for anyone, let alone a kid. The rift between Elon Musk and his daughter. One of the most surprising and heartbreaking stories to come out of the Musk household involves Elon's daughter, Vivian. A few years ago, Vivian made headlines when she decided to change her name and gender. But it wasn't just about her personal journey. Vivian also petitioned to legally cut ties with her father, citing irreconcilable differences. It was a bold and deeply personal move that shocked many, sparking a wave of public curiosity and debate. Vivian's decision wasn't just about her name or gender, it was about stepping away from her father's shadow. In her legal petition, she made it clear that she no longer wanted to be associated with Elon Musk in any way, shape, or form. That's a heavy statement, especially considering how publicly admired Musk is. For many, it raised questions about what might have been happening behind the scenes in the Musk family. What could have driven such a dramatic decision? Was it a clash of values, a difference in worldviews, or something deeper? Elon Musk's response to Vivian's decision was a mix of regret and defensiveness. He publicly stated that he respected her privacy and didn't want her thrust into the spotlight against her will. But his subsequent comments revealed a more complicated story. Musk admitted that her decision hurt him, and in a podcast appearance with Jordan Peterson, his discomfort became even more evident. During the podcast, Musk discussed Vivian's choices, but his tone and choice of words sparked controversy. He misgendered and dead-named Vivian, a move that many found disrespectful. It was clear that while he was trying to come to terms with her decision, he was struggling to fully accept it. The public fallout from these revelations was intense. Musk's comments on the podcast ignited debates about family values, generational differences, and the challenges of navigating personal relationships in the public eye. For some, it highlighted the clash between Musk's traditional values and the choices of a younger, more progressive generation. Others felt that Musk's handling of the situation showed a lack of understanding and sensitivity. Either way, it put a spotlight on the complexities of their father-daughter relationship and the tensions within the Musk family. Vivian's decision to distance herself from her father is a reminder that even the wealthiest and most powerful families aren't immune to personal struggles. Musk might be a genius when it comes to technology and innovation, but like any parent, he's navigating the complexities of relationships with his children. In Vivian's case, it's clear that their differences run deep, touching on issues of identity, values, and personal freedom. But behind the scenes, Musk is also a father to 12 children, and his parenting style is a fascinating blend of traditional values and modern-day pragmatism. Musk doesn't just approach parenting casually. He brings the same level of strategy and thoughtfulness to it as he does to his businesses. And unsurprisingly, his approach is as unconventional as it is intriguing. One of the cornerstones of Musk's parenting philosophy is the strict boundaries he sets, especially when it comes to technology. Now, this might seem contradictory, given that Musk's life revolves around innovation and pushing the boundaries of what's possible with tech, but he is acutely aware of the potential dangers technology can pose, particularly for young minds. For Musk, social media isn't just a fun way to pass the time. It's a carefully designed trap. He's been vocal about how platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok use algorithms to hook users, often leading to addiction and mental health issues. As a father, Musk is determined to shield his kids from these risks. In the Musk household, screen time isn't unlimited, and access to social media is strictly controlled. Musk has often referred to technology as a double-edged sword, highlighting its incredible potential for good while also acknowledging the risks it carries, especially for kids who are still figuring out the world and their place in it. Musk's rules about tech use aren't just about restriction. They're about teaching his kids to use technology responsibly and thoughtfully. He wants them to see it as a tool for problem-solving and creation, not as a distraction or a source of superficial validation. Another major aspect of Musk's parenting approach is his unique vision for education. Let's face it, traditional schooling was never going to cut it for the Musk kids. Musk has been outspoken about his dissatisfaction with standard curriculums, which he feels don't prepare students for the real challenges of the future. So what did he do? He created his own school, of course. Ad Astra, which translates to the stars in Latin, was founded by Musk to provide his children and a select few others with an education tailored to his ideals. Ad Astra doesn't follow the usual subjects and grade levels you'd find in a typical school. Instead, it focuses on hands-on learning, critical thinking, and tackling real-world problems. The idea is to encourage curiosity and innovation, two traits Musk values deeply. Kids aren't just memorizing facts, they're debating ideas, conducting experiments, and learning how to think creatively. This approach mirrors Musk's own mindset. Why follow the beaten path when you can carve your own? For Musk, education isn't just about academics. It's about shaping a mindset. He wants his kids to be independent thinkers, problem solvers, and innovators who are ready to take on the challenges of the future. It's a tall order, but if anyone can pull it off, it's Musk. Elon Musk's family life isn't just unconventional. It's architecturally unique. To manage his large family and ensure that his children grow up in a supportive and connected environment, Musk came up with a creative solution: a family compound. Located in Austin, Texas, this compound is more than just a place to live. It's a carefully designed setup that reflects Musk's belief in the importance of family cohesion. So what exactly is the Musk family compound? Picture a sprawling property with multiple adjoining homes, each occupied by one of Musk's family units. This isn't just about convenience. It's about fostering a sense of community and connection among his children and their mothers. Musk's idea is simple yet ambitious. He wants his kids to grow up close to one another, building strong sibling bonds and experiencing a shared sense of family, even in a non-traditional setup. It's his way of making sure that, despite the complexities of his family dynamic, his children can feel a sense of belonging. The compound also serves as a sanctuary from the outside world. Growing up as Elon Musk's child comes with its fair share of challenges, including constant media attention and public scrutiny. The compound provides a private, secure environment where the kids can just be kids, away from the prying eyes of the world. For Musk, creating this safe space is crucial. He knows how intense the spotlight can be, and he wants to give his children a place where they can feel grounded and at ease. But building this kind of family environment isn't without its challenges, especially for someone as busy as Musk. Running multiple billion-dollar companies means that Musk's schedule is packed, often leaving him with limited time to spend with his kids. His ex-wife, Justine Wilson, has noted that even when Musk is physically present, his mind is often elsewhere, consumed by work. It's a struggle that many working parents can relate to, though Musk's case is undoubtedly on a much larger scale. That said, Musk makes an effort to be involved in his children's lives in meaningful ways. He often brings them to public events, exposing them to his world of innovation and giving them a glimpse of the work he's passionate about. The compound is an extension of this effort. It's not just a living arrangement. It's a space designed to nurture his children's development and help them thrive. What's particularly interesting about the Musk family compound is how it mirrors Musk's broader approach to life and work. Just as he designs his companies to function efficiently and innovate constantly, he's created a family setup that reflects his values and priorities. It's a modern solution to a very human challenge: how to stay connected as a family in an increasingly fragmented world. The inheritance debate. No free passes. When you're the child of Elon Musk, you might think you're set for life. After all, your dad runs some of the biggest and most influential companies in the world. But here's the catch. Elon Musk has made it crystal clear that he doesn't believe in handing over his empire to his children on a silver platter. His philosophy? Earn it, don't inherit it. It's a bold stance that sets him apart from traditional family dynasties and, unsurprisingly, adds another layer of complexity to his relationship with his kids. Elon's approach to inheritance stems from his belief in meritocracy. He's said before that he won't just hand over shares of his companies or leadership roles to his children unless they prove themselves capable. For Musk, it's not about preserving wealth for the sake of family tradition. It's about ensuring the mission of his companies continues. Whether it's Tesla's quest for sustainable energy or SpaceX's dream of colonizing Mars, Musk sees his work as much bigger than himself or his family. He wants the best person for the job, whether that's one of his kids or someone else entirely. This approach, while practical, undoubtedly creates pressure for his children. Imagine growing up with the understanding that you're not automatically entitled to your father's legacy, even if it's worth billions. It's a double-edged sword. On one hand, it encourages Musk's kids to carve out their own paths, develop skills, and prove their worth. On the other hand, it places them under a magnifying glass, with the world watching to see if they'll rise to the challenge or stumble under the weight of expectations. Musk's philosophy stands in stark contrast to the traditional model of family wealth, where fortunes and businesses are passed down through generations, often regardless of merit. In many ways, his approach is refreshing. It emphasizes personal achievement and responsibility, qualities Musk values deeply. But it's also a stark reminder that growing up in a family like his isn't all private jets and multi-million-dollar mansions. There's a unique kind of pressure that comes with being a Musk, and it's not one that everyone would envy. What's fascinating about Musk's stance is how it reflects his broader worldview. He's someone who believes in solving problems, breaking barriers, and pushing humanity forward. For him, the idea of simply transferring wealth or power without accountability goes against everything he stands for. It's a philosophy that's as much about ensuring the longevity of his companies as it is about teaching his children the value of hard work and resilience. In the end, Musk's approach to inheritance is yet another example of how he blurs the lines between his personal and professional life. He's not just raising kids. He's trying to instill in them the same drive and vision that have defined his own success. Whether his children will embrace this challenge or resent the pressure remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, being part of the Musk family means earning your place no matter how big your last name is. His approach to parenting is deeply shaped by his own experiences growing up. To understand Musk as a father, you have to start with his childhood, a period marked by toxic relationships and emotional wounds that have left a lasting impact. Musk's relationship with his father, Errol Musk, was far from ideal. Growing up in South Africa, Elon described his childhood as a difficult and often lonely time. Errol, a brilliant but complicated man, had a reputation for being harsh and controlling. According to Elon, his father's behavior was emotionally draining, and their interactions often left him feeling belittled and unsupported. One particularly scarring memory involved a fight Elon had with a school bully. After being beaten up and thrown down a set of concrete stairs, Elon was hospitalized with serious injuries. Instead of offering comfort, Errol reportedly berated him, blaming him for the incident. It's the kind of moment that sticks with you, and for Musk, it shaped his understanding of how much a parent's words and actions can affect a child's sense of self-worth. These experiences played a significant role in shaping Musk's views on parenting. If anything, they've made him determined to be a different kind of father. Despite running multiple billion-dollar companies and juggling a schedule that most of us can't even fathom, Musk makes an effort to be present in his children's lives. He's often said that family comes first, and he tries to spend as much time with his kids as possible, even bringing them along to public events and company visits. One of the ways Musk has tried to protect his children from the emotional wounds he experienced is by creating a nurturing and stimulating environment for them. His decision to homeschool his kids isn't just about academics. It's also about shielding them from negative influences like bullying. Musk has spoken about wanting his children to grow up in a space where they feel supported, curious, and valued, things he didn't always have as a child. At the same time, Musk's childhood has instilled in him a sense of toughness and resilience, qualities he tries to pass on to his kids. He's not the kind of parent who coddles or overindulges. Instead, he encourages his children to think critically, face challenges head-on, and learn from their mistakes. It's a balancing act. On one hand, he wants to protect them from the pain he endured. On the other, he knows that adversity can build character. Musk's efforts to be a present and engaged father aren't without their challenges. With his demanding schedule, it's not always easy for him to strike the right balance between work and family. His ex-wife, Justine Wilson, has noted that even when Musk is home, his mind is often occupied with work. It's a reality that many working parents face, Though in Musk's case, the stakes are undeniably higher. Still, his commitment to being there for his kids, both emotionally and intellectually, is clear. What do his kids think? For Musk's children, their perspective on their father is a mix of awe, respect, and, believe it or not, the same kind of feelings most kids have about their parents. One of the most interesting things about Musk's kids is how they view his public persona versus his private life. To the rest of the world, Elon Musk is a larger-than-life figure, a genius, a billionaire, and a man whose work is shaping the future. But for his children, he's also just dad. And like most dads, he's not perfect. Growing up in a family where the world is constantly watching your father's every move can't be easy, and it's clear that the kids have mixed feelings about it. On one hand, they're proud of his achievements and appreciate the incredible life he's provided for them. On the other hand, they've had to navigate the challenges of having such a high-profile parent. The constant media attention, the public scrutiny, and the endless fascination with their family are things most of us can't fully understand. What's fascinating is that Musk's children don't seem to be overly awestruck by his accomplishments. Sure, they recognize the impact he's had on the world, but they've grown up surrounded by it. For them, rocket launches and groundbreaking innovations are just part of their everyday lives. It's like growing up in a house full of books. You might appreciate them, but they don't feel extraordinary because they're always there. This grounded perspective is a testament to Musk's efforts to keep his kids well-rounded and humble, even in the midst of an extraordinary life. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.